Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bobby sabotages Rafe and Jada's happily ever after. Everett's sinister side strikes back? Days of Our Lives point to our rearmost vaticination about Everett Lynch aka Bobby Stein, who has a minatory side that's bound to beget further trouble as this plot moves along. DOL suckers know Everett lately started Remedy with Marlena Evans, but there'll be some unintended consequences that come with that decision. Everett is trying to get to the verity about his history, but that could put multiple Salemites at threat. When Jada Hunter first crossed paths with Bobby again, she incontinently flew into a rage and trashed him over all the horrible effects he'd done. Jada hates Bobby's guts and acts like he's a total imminence to society. Although Jada may look like the crazy bone who's overreacting right now, that wouldn't be the case for much longer. Days spoilers allude that Bobby will come back out to play in a big way, so that could lead to problems for Jada and Rafe Hernandez. Everett appears to be the nice personality that Bobby's brain constructed to manage with his horrible history. Unfortunately, the real Bobby is no doubt someone who deserves all the counter-reaction he's been getting from Jada. In fact, Days spoilers suggest Bobby may earn far further of it soon enough. Since Jada has been complaining about Bobby continuous and is now working to ruin Everett's future with Stephanie Johnson, Bobby could strike back at some point. Will Bobby sabotage Jada's happily ever after with Rafe Hernandez and prove she was right to be so cautious of him? Days allude that Bobby could try to make a mess of Jada's new love, so that might involve some kind of cheating trap, hijacking, or indeed some fatal plots rather. No matter what styles Bobby chooses, Jada's grudge could pave the way for Herrick's husband to target her. That could lead to bad news for Jada and Rafe's relationship if they're not careful, so we'll give you updates on all the romantic drama ahead. Days of Our Lives say Bobby will prove he's quite the troublemaker once Everett's original minatory side takes control. Lonnie and Eli exit Salem. Sarah's offer for Chanel and Johnny. Paulina's results. Days of Our Lives reveal that Paulina Price will get some positive updates from her croakers. Thanks to Lexi Carver's angelic help, Paulina's cardiology results will lead to some fantastic news. Paulina, Abe Carver, Lonnie Grant, Eli Grant, Chanel DiMera and Johnny DiMera will all have some good reasons to celebrate on Wednesday's DOL occasion. Between Paulina's phenomenon and Abe's jogged memory, there'll be multiple sources of joy for their loved bones. Still, Days spoilers say Paulina's recovery will also leave Lonnie and Eli with a big decision to make. Lonnie lately mentioned Eli's job offer, which would mean moving them both to Washington, D.C. However, also they'll have to leave the family members they love in Salem if Eli accepts the job. Although Paulina would love for Lonnie and Eli to stay in city with the grandkids, she may give them the punch they need to do what's right for them. This is an inconceivable occasion for Eli, so Paulina may contend he shouldn't pass it up to stick around and babysit her. That's especially true since Paulina will be feeling so awful in the fate of her phenomenon. Days spoilers indicate that Eli and Lonnie will eventually decide to make the move, so they'll have to say their farewells. As for Chanel and Johnny, they'll find out about a flight that's up for heists. Sarah Horton will suggest that Johnny and Chanel could use the Horton cabin for their honeymoon, so Johnny and Chanel may at least protest effects off there. Other Days spoilers say Wendy Shin will continue her visit in Trip Johnson's sanitarium room, so she'll admit her memory's a little fuzzy on some of those last moments in the tank. Wendy will wonder what exactly they said when they allowed. The end was near, so this will lead to a discussion about their marriage promises and commitment to marry for real latterly. Although Wendy will clearly still want a future with Trip, he'll admit he's upset about Ava Vitale's drama discovering over onto her again. Wendy, on the other hand, will feel like she can handle it and will advise Trip not to push her down. As for Steve Johnson, he'll deal with Enterprises about his part in helping Clyde Weston score his freedom from Statesville. Steve will feel like he needs to make effects right, so he may plan to hunt Clyde down himself soon. Days of Our Lives spoilers say there's more Clyde trouble brewing, so we'll offer prognostications on where his plot's going to head next. Paulina's phenomenon, Eli and Lonnie debate, Steve's guilt, Wendy's battle. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, March 13th reveal that Paulina Price gets a phenomenon. Eli Grant and Lonnie Price, Grant debate about the DC job offer. Days of Our Lives spoilers highlight Steve Johnson wrestles with his guilt. Plus, Wendy Shin brings up the deathbed oath exchange. Also, Sarah Horton offers Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree DiMera the Horton cabin for their honeymoon. Days of Our Lives Paulina's phenomenon Eli and Lonnie debate, Steve's guilt, Wendy's battle Days of Our Lives highlights, Paulina Price's phenomenon DOL reveal that Paulina and Abe Carver entered a visit from an angel. That angel turned out to be Abe's first woman, Lexi Carver. When Wednesday's occasion rolls around, Abe and Paulina will have heard Lexi's communication. Also, Paulina and her loved bones get fantastic news about her test results. So, it sounds like Paulina receives a phenomenon. DOL Alani debate on suckers will see Eli and Lonnie. Although Alani came back to Salem, they will be sticking around. Before the couple exits, they will debate about Eli's job offer in Washington, D.C. Since Eli and Lonnie exit again, it sounds like the operative takes the job offer. With Paulina entering a phenomenon, Lonnie will feel a lot better about not staying in Salem. Also read, DOL spoilers Steve beats himself up for helping Clyde escape. Could there have been another way? Days of Our Lives highlights, Steve Johnson's guilt. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, March 13th reveal that Steve will continue to scuffle with his guilt. Rafe Hernandez formerly suspects Ava Vitale helped with Clyde Weston's captivity escape. Of course, Rafe has no evidence and so far, can't link Black Patch to the crime. As Steve and John Black know, that could change, which means they could end up facing captivity time themselves. DOL on suckers can also anticipate Sarah to offer a honeymoon gift to Janelle. Sarah will suggest Johnny and Chanel use the Horton cabin for their honeymoon. Also read, Days of Our Lives appearances and goings. Alani leaves Salem, temporary recast in lead part. Meanwhile, Wendy asks Tripp about his marriage pledge in prison. Has Tripp changed his mind? Did he only say it because he allowed they were dying? These are questions that must be going through Wendy's mind right now. So, what will Tripp say, and what does it mean for Wendy's future? Which plot are you looking forward to seeing the most on Wednesday, March 13th? What are your prognostications for Paulina, Abe, Johnny, Chanel, Eli, and Lonnie? What does the unborn hold for Sarah, Wendy, Tripp, Steve, John, Ava, Rafe, and the other residers of Salem? Has Salem seen the last of Stephen DiMera? Days of Our Lives suggest whether Salem has seen the last of Stephen DiMera, Brandon Barish. He desperately wants to get caught. Yet, no bone can tell it's him with his terrible disguise. Keep on reading to learn further. Days of Our Lives, does Stephen DiMera want to get caught? According to the Days of Our Lives spoilers, Stephen is on the run, but it seems like he wants to get caught. He hardly escaped E.J. DiMera and the plan. Yet, Stephen thinks no bone will fate him with his joke mustache. He's bound to get caught eventually. DOL, has Salem seen the last of Stephen? Indeed, the DOL suckers can tell that it's Stephen who's lurking around Salem. This situation was brought up on the SoapCentral.com communication boards. Some presume whether he'll get caught by someone. The stoner Prettypleasin asked, Stephen wants to get caught, huh? He steps right out of the elevator. That last question is a loaded one, lol. Stephen acts that way up most of the time now. Opening packages with hypes, etc. right out where anyone could walk in, etc. One addict noted. He's an embarrassment to the DiMera name. Could you imagine Stefano or the old EJ acting like him, being pushed around by a nothing like Clyde, bolting out of the room like he did? I'm so ready for him to leave Salem, another stoner wrote. DOL, is this the last of Stephen DiMera? Meanwhile, other DOL suckers wonder if this is the last that they will see of Stephen. There's enterprise as to whether he'll manage to escape EJ and leave city. Some suckers can't imagine seeing Stephen leaving Salem without Gabby Hernandez. This question was brought up in another thread on the SoapCentral.com communication boards. According to the Days of Our Lives spoilers, Stephen will be off the show for 2 months. Brandon Barish came a father at the time of filming. The day cleaner approved his maternity leave.